Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Today I want to talk to you about some bargain hunts. I want to talk about Splinterlands. I want to talk about the cryptocurrency marketplace. I want to talk about my expectations for the next few weeks, months, as we hope to see some kind of turnaround here. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dwayne. I cover Splinterlands all day, every day, because it's changed my life, and I think it actually can change yours. That sounds interesting. Stick around. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's get into it. So here's the thing. I'm going to do a bargain hunt video. I want to go through. I'm going to see what's out here in the marketplace, and I'm going to see if maybe I feel that there's some assets out there that really need some attention. I think there might be. But also I want to talk broadly about cryptocurrency and why I think all of these prices are being held down right now. I don't think it's just Splinterlands. I know it's not just Splinterlands. It's every video game on the blockchain. It's every card. It's every expansion. It's every cryptocurrency. And you don't need to look any further than Bitcoin and what it did in the last week. We were at, let's see, 7 days. January 20th, 4 days ago, we were at 43,000. Earlier today, we're at 33,000. That's a gigantic, what is that, a 30% decline? Is that 30%? From 43 to 33 is roughly 20, at least 20%, 25, I think. And then of course we popped hard. Now we're at 36, 37. It's nothing, like it's exactly what I thought was going to happen. And it's all because I've been listening to Blockchain Backer. So I know I'm not a technical expert, but I mean, the guy's been calling for literally years this exact scenario, and that there would now be a retracement from this point forward. Could be the absolute life-changing opportunity around cryptocurrency that we've all been waiting for. And when we go back to the altcoin market and we look at some of the other big ones like XRP, which has always been a top 10 coin, usually been a top 3 coin. And it's down there at 7 right now at 60 cents. In the bear market, it was 17 cents. I know because I was buying it then. It's been as high as like $1.20 or something like that in the last year. But man, this thing, as far as I'm concerned, has real legs, opportunity. Like, I mean, even if you just measure it from the previous all-time high, which is actually about $3.50 if you look at other exchanges. And as far as I'm concerned, every major coin is going to exceed past its previous all-time high. Every major coin with real development and an actual audience. And so why does this have any relationship to Splinterlands? It absolutely does, because people who are investing in blockchain-based video games are the people who have cryptocurrency bags. And they're more loose with their money, just like you are, when crypto prices are high. When you're crypto rich, that's when it makes a lot of sense to come buy $1 million NFT or a $50,000 NFT gold foil Splinterlands monster, right? So you got to decide for yourself, first of all, whether it makes any sense to believe that we're going to go into a retracement from here. It's my firm opinion that Bitcoin will never die, and that those who are currently bearish are really just feeling the reaction of their own emotions. Now, does that mean necessarily it's going to pump from here? I can't tell you that. I think it's gonna. I'm not scared in the least, because I expect it to pump, and then I expect that to be a retracement which fails. And I think this is the window right now. This is the window where our altcoins are going to have some fun, if I'm right. Full disclosure, I could be wrong, but I'm 100% confident with my position, with my plan, with my expectations, and I'm just positioning myself accordingly now, right? Like any sort of last minute tweaks that I want to do, I've got my bags. I'm going to use them. And maybe today I can put some of it to work in the form of Splinterlands cards that are beaten down as a product of this. And if you wonder how bad, you just check out the cost collection power to cost ratio. 172, 169, 169, 168. These are ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't even care what I'm buying right now. I'm not even looking at what I'm buying. I'm just adding it to the basket because it's over 150 collection power to all of them. Every one of them that was over 150 collection power. I don't even know what it was. And you might say, well, that doesn't make much sense. Like, shouldn't you know shouldn't you know what you're buying, and shouldn't you have an opinion about the utility? My opinion about the utility of these cards is absolutely this simple. Each one of them is limited in number and deflationary in nature. Not only is the number of the supply initially capped, but it is constantly shrinking because of the way the game works and because of the fact that you need to merge multiple copies to increase the power of one copy. That alone is a massive opportunity for appreciation, but add to it the fact that there's a growing community of players playing the game, and you have the recipe for a perfect supply-demand crunch, which is an awesome opportunity for price appreciation. To me, it's really that simple. But then I add to that layers of complexity, like I enjoy the game. 2, I believe that the developers are doing an excellent job with clarity and vision and direction. All of that puts faith in my, gives me faith for where the game is going and where the investment that I'm placing is going to land. In addition to that, what I already introed the video with, talking around cryptocurrency and why, if there is another leg up, especially for altcoins, which I fully expect, because there's always been a blow off top for altcoins after Bitcoin is done. And I think we're seeing that we're going to see the retracement. We're going to see if BCB is right, we're going to see Bitcoin retrace up into the 50s, and then it's going to fall hard, and that'll be that. But between here and there, however long that window of that retracement from this point forward, or 33,000 where it was at the bottom there, right here, wherever it was, like the 33,000-ish, 34,000, from the up to retracing up to 50, that window of time, whether it's 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. But if that's the story, we're going to tell it when altcoins are going absolutely ridiculously wild. And I don't mean 2% here and 3% there and 10% here. I mean absolutely wild. It hasn't started yet. And maybe this isn't the story. Maybe I'm reading the wrong news. But that's where my confidence comes from, and that's where my plan of action is based upon, and also the historic kind of story that we've seen repeat, which is that altcoins go wild when Bitcoin rolls over. I know it happened last time. XRP was, after Bitcoin had already fallen from 19,000, which was the high at the time. XRP went from 40 cents to almost $4 in like 2 weeks. That's the sort of price appreciation I'm expecting, with just obviously new numbers today because we have different starting points. If I'm right, these assets are going to go soaring too. And these next few days or even hours are really where I'm doing my last repositioning. I come through and I grab some of these cheapy collection power because I like the cards, but I also want to pop through and I want to actually look at the market more broadly and continue to look. I've got bids in here. I still have $5,400 worth of DEC in my account. I've got some really massive bids on some summoners, on some gold foil summoners. I'm the winning bid on the Byzantine Kitty. I'm the winning bid on Llama. The winning bid on Chancius. Any one of those I'd be happy to pay $700 for. And it's not cheap, but the utility and the functionality and the amazing overpoweredness of each one of these would, to me, be worth the value. And you look at, and one of the things I've never talked to you guys about, or I've never explicitly clarified, but I want to now while we're talking about bids and buying on the marketplace, it's important to understand when you're looking for a deal, you can actually use the data that's here on the front page showing you the bid value versus the low buy value, and you can glean an important piece of information from that data, namely this: is it an amazing buy right now, or should you be patient? When you look at a card like Kitty here, that I'm the winning bid, it was $736, and the low buy is $7,000. That right there is a card that you absolutely want to win the bid on. You absolutely want to be the winning bidder, meaning the highest bidder. I don't actually know if anyone's going to take me up on it, but the idea that somebody could literally say, you know what, I really need money, and come through and throw me a kitty for $700 when the low buy is almost 8,000. You see the opportunity there? Do you see and I'm losing nothing, by the way. I'm holding my DEC in my wallet, and somebody asked in one of my comments, when you do that, doesn't Peakmonsters get all the airdrop points? No, this is DEC in my wallet, and it will not be extracted until such time that somebody accepts my offer. My bid is just, it's like me holding up my hand. I'll take it. And Peakmonsters has authority, because I've given them active keys. They have authority to execute that trade if and when somebody comes along and says, yes, please. So do you see the opportunity there to buy extremely low cost monsters, and what you are probably, I think some of you must be missing, because I know for a fact that there are people out there, I know people out there that have millions of DEC, and, and yet I see cards like this. Why is this bid here? Why is it so low? It's low because people don't understand the opportunity in front of them. Like this one too, the bid is at $805. And if it goes through, you could probably liquidate it for, $8,000, $9,000. Not to say that that's going to sell, but do you see, these are the opportunities that are in front of us when we're really digging deep and looking for bargains. And it starts by constantly reassessing what you've done. Not because you're frantic or scattered, or, because you're looking to just change for the sake of being fickle. No. I started this conversation in this video by talking about, considerations outside of the marketplace, talking about cryptocurrency more broadly, talking about how Bitcoin usually acts, and then what the altcoins do as a result. All of that feeds into an understanding of what we can expect next. And then with that in mind, you start to say, okay, I feel confident about my investments in Splinterlands because the foundation of the cryptocurrency market looks like, to me, it's going to turn up. And then from there, it's like, okay, I can position myself in certain ways within the Splinterlands marketplace that would be more advantageous than others. That's the core question. You have X amount of resources. How can you stretch those dollars so that you're maximizing the potential return from that investment? There are a million little considerations, and your story is different than mine. But if there are opportunities like this, and if you're sitting on DEC, you need to be in here. And maybe you don't compete with me on these ones, because I'm going to push my number up if you push my number up, if you come in over top of me. But look, there's other ones here that are also an amazing deal. Peak Rider, Prince Rin, Cryptmancer, even Yoden is still a half price at the bid value. Mimosa. So that's big dollars, but I know there's a ton of you out there that have just smaller money, and you're wondering, how am I going to play any of this? How can I play any of that angle? When you're looking at the bid versus the low buy, if there's a significant amount of separation, whether it's 10, 20, 30%, that's where you need to be looking at those cards. Those are the cards that are going to be particularly valuable, assuming you can actually score a bit, win your bid. So you can very quickly go through and decide, look, this one's about $150 to $400. That's more than double. That's an amazing. This is a really, really, really excellent one people should be bidding on. I'm not gonna, because I don't want to Play-Doh really, but honestly, if you could buy that for 150 and list it for 300, and you'd be the lowest bidder. This one right here, 250, and the low bid is 750. Look for this sort of thing. Maybe again, that's too much money. So let's step away from legendaries and look at epics. $14 for the high bid, $28 for the low bid. You can afford $15. You can win a $30 card and immediately flip for profit. You see the power of bids. Do you see the power of constantly staying agile and, adjusting what you're up to, like recognizing opportunity and moving into it? and constantly reassessing. That's the effort and attentiveness that I talk about when I say that this game will reward you for your time and attention. This is the time that you need to spend. This is the attention you need to invest. And the reward is literally potentially doubling your money. I showed you the other day, I got that corrupted Pegasus for half price. I'm keeping it because I love it, but man, I could sell it, I think, quite quickly for probably $1,400, which would be double my investment. I don't want to. I love it. But this is the opportunity in front of you, and maybe $15 is too much for you. Go over here to Rare and just keep looking until you see these opportunities. There's always $4 down all the way up to $6. $3.70 up to $6. And then conversely, so I hope I've made that point clear. If there's a 30% or greater separation between the high bid and the low buy, that is an interesting opportunity, and you should be, if you have some money to invest, think about bidding on those to flip those cards, or for that matter to just use them. You can, and the good thing is when you're doing this, if you focus on cards that are specifically desirable to you, like a Contested Lament, maybe you want that, you don't have it, if you bid on it and you get it, you have the card, it's yours, you can benefit from it, play with it, use it, grind with it. And then ultimately, if you decide you don't want it, you can flip it for double the price, or 30, 40, 50% more. I guess it's about 30% more. And look for those, look for that. There's always, look at, here you go, $5.70 up to 10. $3.16 up to 6. That's double. I've shown you at least a dozen opportunities here where you can improve your money dramatically. And then this is one more point I want to make. When the high bid is very, very close to the low buy, look at this high bid is $20.78. The low buy is $22. It pays to think about just going in and buying the card. Right off, just buy it off the marketplace. Why? Because General Sloan is starting to reach a floor where the bidders are almost willing to pay the full price that people are asking. There's a small margin there, and you come in and you can just buy these, and you're paying 5 or 10%, maybe quote unquote too much, probably 5 to 7% too much. But this is indicative of a desire in the marketplace. And if we go over here, we can look closer at it. Look at the bids. Look at all the bids. $20.59, $20.35, $20.35, $20.30. That's a lot of bidding pressure in the $20 range. And I just came in and I bought two of them at $22 each. First of all, $22 times, you need 22 gold summoners to make a max copy, times $22 is $484 to get a max level gold foil Sloan. That's ludicrous. Max level gold summoners for $450 ish is really, really crazy. That's something I'll never regret owning. Never. It'll be something that I'll use on my land. It'll be something that I'll rent away for massive profits. It'll be something that I'll use for tournaments in the future when I want to get into gold foil tournaments. Again, I'm constantly analyzing how can I stretch the money further, and gold foil is one of the ways. Analyzing the bid for the low buy differential is one of the ways. I hope you guys are seeing this. It's like there's a complexity of thought to this that I can't just say to you rule number one, if it's 17 cents less or plus or minus 1 cent, then buy it. It's not like that. It's more flexible, it's more responsive, it's more interactive. It's like you can look, it's important to look at the differential between the bid and the low buy. It's important to understand the utility of the card. It's important to imagine what the future utility would be and how it might benefit either on gold foil DEC bonuses or gold foil tournaments or land bonuses associated because it's gold foil. And then again, all of it being founded on an expectation that the cryptocurrency market is going to have a leg up. I hope this is helpful, guys. This is kind of just a broader video talking about my thinking on finding bargains today. As you can see, I bought 2 Sloans. I got several big bids in. I'm going to try and find a few more. Right now, I'm looking almost exclusively for gold foil, because to me, there's nothing. These are crazy. This is crazy. 14.75, $17 for a gold foil epic. These were selling for 100 very recently. And this card is exceptional. Same with this one. The only problem is I almost want to just bid and wait. Then one thing, this is another tip. You're chock full of tips that you can utilize to maximize your investments with Peakmonsters. Look, I'm seeing in the dark, you might not see, but 4 copies of this equals level 4. So if I want to win the market a bit better, I can go like this. Look, the high bid is $14.75. That means I need to bid more than $14.75 to be the highest bidder, to be the first one eligible to be purchased from. But I don't necessarily need to win the bid to be an attractive bidder. If I come in and I say I'm willing to buy 4 BCX, that it is all merged into one card, total BCX 4, highest level BCX 4, meaning I'm willing to buy one card that has 4 BCX in it, I can put a lower number and be attractive. So hang on a second. Let me try and show you even clearer. Look at all these guys, all these buyers. These are all bids on the marketplace. All the way down here, there's only one person who's willing to take multiple BCX. And he's asking $13. So if somebody had a 2 BCX Gin Renova gold foil and they want to liquidate it right away, they have to sell to this guy for 13 bucks. So I can come in and bid 13 in 1 penny. And I'm going to be sneaking under the radar by a lot, like $14.75 all the way down to $13 in 1 penny. You see that? I'm bidding maximally effectively. And I'm not going to be the highest bidder, but I'm going to appeal to a different type of seller who has multiple BCX, maybe up to 4, maybe up to 7 I'm willing to do for that price. I am. Yeah, I am. I'm going to say 13.01 and I'm going to say 7. And then if somebody comes along and they want to liquidate a 4 BCX version, a 3 BCX, 5, 6, they can sell to me and they can execute the trade. So I'm creating a buy option for somebody that might be desperate to sell and willing to kind of take a slight haircut. These are the opportunities in front of you if you're paying attention and if you're spending time in the marketplace. It requires understanding the foundation that you're standing on, that this game is, excellent and it's got a good future. It requires understanding the broader implications for cryptocurrency right now and what's happening with the, Bitcoin and altcoins. It requires knowing which cards are kind of uniquely valuable and which ones can be bid on and really give you the maximum margin for profit. I hope you guys are paying attention. This is one of the ways that I've turned $5,000 into I don't even know anymore. Easily $150,000. I turned my initial investment $5,000 to $150,000. And I don't think this opportunity is done. I think it's in front of you. And if you're paying attention to moments like this, I think you can take advantage of it. Same deal, $13 for the multiple BCX. I can go in here, I can go bid 13.01. I can say I'm willing to take up to 7 because I'm willing to take a max copy of this thing for that price. That's not max copy. I could go all the way up to 10. That might be better play next time. Yeah, let's see. Right on. Check out Grun. Let's do the same thing. Yeah, look at this. The first multiple buyer is down at 17. It's a 25% discount. And the first big multiple buyer is at 15. I'm going to try and make one here. Try and get a max level Grun to gold foil. And we'll go 15.01. There it is. I don't know if those will fill. but I've given myself an opportunity to extract huge value. Look at this, $55 for one, 50 for two. Okay. There's a very thin market for the bids at $55 on this guy. But I'm not interested. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to update my bid. Make it more, perhaps more sweet. I'm willing to buy, if somebody was willing to liquidate Byzantine Kitty for that price, I'm willing to take multiple copies. If that happened and I got a proper kitty, like a max level kitty for what would be essentially $3,000, that would be crazy. But now the opportunity is in front of me. Guys, I hope you understand this video. I see that it was, it was a little here and there, but I hope you're following me. I'm trying to show you the thought process that goes into understanding the bargains that are in front of you, and then to exploring the marketplace so that you can find those bargains and stretch your dollar further and extract more reward for that time and attention. That's helpful. And if you watch the video to the end, I encourage you to like and subscribe. If you want more content from me or more access to me, you can become a community member on the Splinterlands. Join the community, support the channel. At silver or higher, you can become an intern, and we will, do our best to incorporate you into the guild and making you a full-fledged member of the guild. That's where we select and recruit from. But at Diamond and higher, I do one-on-one monthly video chats with my supporters, guys. Thanks so much for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. God bless.